Hey, what up, everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today we are on the new account. I'm around level 249. I want to show you four early beginner teams that you can use. You know, if you don't want to use other things, like I mean, this includes a couple of them, but I usually recommend goblins because you can get Goblin Bomber easily early in the game. You get Goblin for free easily early in the game. That's already two goblins plus your hero. You just need one more goblin. So and then, of course, you work your way to Rowan. But let's just say something happens to where you can't do those teams, and you want to, or you just don't like them, and you want to try something else. This is for very early beginners, like under level 200 or so. And let me show you some, and then we'll do the regular new account playthrough after that. Um, but yeah, we got here's the first team, and all these troops are either common or rare, which is the two lowest rarities, or you get them for free very early in the game. So something like Rowan, for example, is an epic, but you get it for free early in the game. Something like Mountain Crusher, you get for free early in the game. And the other weapons are also mastery weapons you get pretty early in the game if I show them. All right, so we have Deep Borer, 9 red, blue, K-Zeal, Mech Dwarf. Destroys a column, creates brown gems, and gains 9 armor. He has a 25% skull reduction, water link, and fortitude. He is just a rare troop, easy to get. Rockworm is a common, and you can use other troops other than this. I'll recommend some after the battle. But we deal damage to the last enemy and create brown gems, 7 brown gems. Same with this one, we got 2 of them. And then Mountain Crusher with Titan class, so we can have that brown storm. So brown storm falling creates brown, creates brown, creates brown. So we're trying to turn this whole board brown. We got Titan class, we got the double brown, purple minus yellow. If you don't have that, just use the double brown or brown red or brown blue. All right, let's go. Let's show the team in battle, and then I'll recommend some substitutions in case you want to do something else. All right, we got a nice extra turn here. A whole bunch of brown. Nice. All right, let's start. You just want to keep casting your worms. If you get your deep ore, though, it takes priority because it makes more brown than the worms. So we're getting this board. We're trying to turn it. I'm just doing a quest. This is a deeper quest, though, so this will be much easier for you than it is for me. But I'm hoping I can get it done. All right, turning it brown. It's not going to happen automatically here. We're going to have to get the board as brown as possible. Got some skulls there, but I think I'm going to keep going with the strategy. All right, with Deep Borer, you want to pick a column that has the least amount of brown in it, because we're trying to turn this whole board brown. So like right here, no brown. That did not give us an extra turn. We're getting very unlucky. You should be able to start getting extra turns pretty quickly as you start turning this whole board brown. There we go. That was our first extra turn. And you want to take away other colors that aren't brown, because you know we'll have more fall up top, and it'll make it closer to making the whole board brown. All right, we got an extra turn there. We're just going to keep casting. Ooh, didn't get one there. We got this, though. So let's cast it on a column with no brown in it. Did not get an extra turn. Kind of crazy unlucky. There we go. All right, making sure there's no like extra turns that aren't brown. Okay, we got 2 of them down. Let's keep it going. And if the deep borer goes down, it's no big deal. Even if this first worm goes down, no big deal. We got 2 of them. All right, let's keep going. So no extra turn again. And then our hero is our last line of defense, so should be able to survive if nothing else. Let's get this yellow out of here. All right, come on, worms. There we go. You'll be doing easier battles than this. Trust me. We got this. Oh, they're going to skull it. Nice. We have 1 worm survive, please. Of course not. We still won, though, and you'll be doing much easier battles than that. Like, I probably should have showed something way easier. But, yeah. Not the best showing for that team, but it's just for very early. Like, let's say before you get the Goblin team, and you just need something, anything. You can use that. And it's still 1, and we're, like, on, like, way deep in the Kingdom quests. So, You'll be doing much easier stuff than that. Like, I should have probably did a difficulty 1 Explorer or something like that. But yeah, that's the team I recommend for very, very early in the game. And your goal is to turn the whole freaking board brown. And some other troops you could do. Got base rarity, so let's go all the way down. Is it this one or that one? All right, so we have Zennial, which you could do. You could build a team around like a whole green theme. You could do like 3 Zennials with a weapon. There are some weapons out there that put some green on the board, some of the bows and whatnot. So you could do a team like that. Same concept. Just have like something that makes green, a couple of those Zennials, and then a weapon that makes green possibly. If you don't like the rock worm. Then there's other worms too that can also, like, there might even be, like, there's rock worm, of course. Like, we should just search for worm. All right, we got lava worm, ice worm, desert worm. You could just do a full team of desert worms that makes yellow. You could do lava worms, red. You can do ice worms, blue. So some team like that, and this is for very, very early. That's why I was fighting like a very difficult battle with the team that's not meant to do that, but it still won. But yeah, whatever you want to do with one of these troops plus Zennial would work early, early, early. All right, let's show the next team. All right, so this team you can use quite a bit in like events and whatnot, but it also works for anything else. Now, Black Manacles you get early in the game from Brown and Purple Mastery. Not like super early, but it's around like before you would get Rowan, so it could be a little bridge between the goblins or the worms. Like you could go worms, goblins, this team, and then Rowan if you wanted to. If you don't like using the same teams over and over and over. And like I said, this team works really good for certain events like class events and other events. Um, especially if it's a purple restriction or something like that. So we got Orb Weaver class because we have a purple storm with Orb Weaver. We got a double brown, purple minus yellow. If you don't have that, just do a double purple. And if you don't have Wall of Bones, I'll show some other, or if you have something better than Wall of Bones, because Wall of Bones is a common. You should get it pretty early. Keytar, Undead Construct. Gains armor boosted by undead allies and enemies. All other allies gain 5 attack and mana. So we're going to do a little dance and get up our Black Manacles, basically. All the while having tanks that are gaining armor and attack. I don't have it traded at all, but you could, and you'd have infernal armor and some more armor there. And then Black Manacles deals damage to all enemies. There's a 20% chance to devour a random enemy. And like I said, there's other troops you could do the same concept with. I'll show that after this. All right, let's go. We're doing the same difficulty again. It's a little bit harder than something you're going to be doing with these teams, but I'm trying to get stuff done while I show the video. Got purple extra turn. We just want to get these things up, so you want to find purple, but if not, brown. If not, take a color the other team uses, like green or blue. We'll take this green away. There's some brown. We're looking for purple and brown. We know they use blue. Let's take their green again. Purple and brown. Come on, where are you at? I'm having very bad luck in this video. I've already tried to make it 2 times. And then even in this one, the worms almost got beaten, but they didn't. They still won. All right, let's get this going here. So we're going to gain armor on this one. And then we're going to give all other allies attack and mana. So that kind of starts this little dance. You kind of got to get it going now. You can't just... It doesn't happen immediately. Let's throw this down. We need purple. We need brown. I think they just stole it from us. So we will take one of their colors. Possibly? No, of course not. Really? Green and blue. Let's steal some of their colors. If they're going to steal ours, we'll steal theirs. Green and blue. Oh, there's purple. There's purple again. Got skulls. There's nothing else really, so... Alright, here's our last purple. Alright, now the dance will start. Now the dance will start. Let's get rid of that yellow. Get some incidental skulls. Here comes the dance. So we cast that. We gained armor. Pretty much whatever they just did to us was not even... We, like, mitigated it. Bang. This one's up, you see, the dance that's going on? We're getting up our manacles, and we're always going to have one of these up. So we cast this. Gets the next one up. Cast it. Gets the next one up. Cast it. Gets up the black manacles and the next one. Cast this. Hoping for a devour, hitting all enemies. Alright, here we go again. Cast it. Cast it. You can take the skulls if you want to, especially as you build your attack. Like, you'll want to take the skulls, but maybe we'll start doing that now, just to get the battle going faster. But here we go. Gets up the next one, you see? Gets up the next one. Gets up the black manacles and the next one. Let's get rid of that. Let's cast this. Almost getting there. Didn't say it was a fast team, but you'll be doing way easier stuff, so you already would have won by now. There we go. So close. Here we go. And we win. Look at that 60 attack. This thing's still alive. The next one has like 139 armor. Like, you're not going to die. This is one of those teams where you're just not going to die. So that team, everything survived. And I guess it's a little bit better than the worm team. Worm team, though, is very early. So like I said, worms, then goblins, then this team, then Rowan team, most likely. But yeah, if you do not have Wall of Bones somehow, or you don't want to use it, let's clear filter. Let's go base rarity. There are other things, or you just have better troops, because there's better stuff to do other than Wall of Bones. Or there's different colors to do in case it's a different restriction. So let's look into that right now. So you have Wall of Bones you can use, right? What's one of the other ones? I think it's Wall of Tentacles and Dwarven Gate are the other two that you can possibly do with this team. So there's Dwarven Gate, another common. Another common. So let's say you have a blue restriction, but you can use any weapon. You would do Dwarven Gate. This one has reduced damage from skulls by 50%. Gains armor, boosted by Dwarven allies. All other allies gain barrier and 5 mana. So it's almost better than the Wall of Bones. But just depends on the restriction. If you have blue, you would use this. If you have purple, you would use that. And instead of giving attack, it gives a barrier. So pretty cool, and you could use that instead of the Wall of Bones. You would do 3 Dwarven Gates with the Black Manacles. And then we have one for blue, we have one for purple. And then there's one more. I think this is an epic, though. Pretty sure it would be Wall of Tentacles. I don't see it there. Maybe it is ultra rare. Ultra rare? Well, or maybe I just don't have it. Let's just type it in, maybe. I don't see it, so hold on. Don't have it. Let's do show all. There it is. I just don't have it yet. So it is an epic from Karakoth, but it would be your green. It would be your green if you had a green restriction. Gain armor boosted by Daemon allies and enemies. All other allies gain 2 magic and 5 mana. So that might be the best one overall, but as you can see, you would slowly progress this team into something better. So you'd start with the Wall of Bones, maybe you would go to the Dwarven Gates, and then you would go to the Wall of Tentacles. Having 3 of them, gaining magic every time, your Black Manacles would hit harder every time because you'd be gaining 2 magic every round that you do them. Every time you cast one, you'd gain 2 magic with your Black Manacles. All of a sudden, you would be hitting for like 20 instead of 10 eventually to all enemies. But yeah, that's the Just not having any good luck today, everybody. My mic just died. I don't remember what I was saying, but yeah, this team is good, and you can use different things. Wall of Bones, Dwarven Gate, Wall of Tentacles. You saw it in action on a harder battle than you will ever face with it, so, except for maybe some events, but if you had like spell damage metal, it would do even better, so. Let's show the next team. So that's 2 teams so far. The worms are for very early in the game. You should not fight something as hard as I did. That Wall of Tentacles team for something slightly harder right after that. In between, like I said earlier. Worms, then Goblins, then Black Manacles team, then Rowan possibly. All right, here's the third team. It is the Rowan team. Of course, I have to show this one. One of the best teams in the game. There's many iterations of it. This is most likely the early version that you would use. Let's show it in action real quick, and then we'll get to the last team. In case you are watching this, you haven't been watching the playthrough, you haven't been watching the live streams, you don't know anything, you just want to, maybe beginner's first video they ever click on. They want to know all the teams, not just the ones I haven't shown before. So we're going to get up our Clockwork Sphinx. We're going to cast it on yellow, red, or, Rowan colors. Let's go yellow. Rowan does damage based on her armor, so we're building her armor up. We have give armor to an ally equal to their current armor, so it doubles your armor. We're using Titan class. We got Clockwork Sphinx. Destroy all gems of a chosen color. Give all allies armor boosted by gems destroyed. So the higher the number over here, the more armor you will do. 3-to-1 boost ratio. It's a good mana generator. Armor gives armor to Rowan. Rowan does scatter damage boosted by her armor, so the higher her armor gets, the more damage she will do. You can see we're getting 104 damage boost right now just off of just the 52. Then we have Leprechaun and Empowered Exploder. This will probably be the hardest thing to get, but it is a Bright Forest ultra rare. It's not epic or anything, so hopefully you can get that and fully trade it. It should be something maybe you would use an orb on early in the game, one of your first orbs, orange orb. So yeah, this one you get with Mastery, yellow, red, pretty early in the game. I think somebody said 8 and 8, so 8 red, 8 yellow. That's very early in the game. We got an Adana rare. And then we have the Bright Forest, ultra rare. And then Rowan you get for free. It's an epic, but you get it for free after the Forest of Thorns quest line, which is one of the first 5 quests you do. All right, let's double our armor so we do more damage. Always on Rowan. Take some skulls, get a kill, because scatter damage is awesome, and it distributes between whoever's left. Instead of doing the same damage every single time, it does higher damage the less enemies there are. So now we'll cast this on blue, because Rowan uses blue. That gets her up. 124 armor. Boom, they're all dead. This team is amazing. And should be one of your very early teams that you get before level 200 or so. All right, let's move on to the last team for early beginners. Very early in the game. And this should go alongside that first 5 teams video. This is even earlier than that. This is like the prequel to the first 5 teams video. All right, so the last team. You probably already know it, but it's the Goblin team. So whatever goblins you have, you may not have these, but you work towards it. You do put in better and better goblins as you get them. This right here, Bronze Lock Pistol, is a blue-brown mastery weapon. You get it for free. It deals damage to an enemy, destroys 5 random gems boosted by gold collected. Goblin Shaman, I got as my 3rd goblin, 4th goblin maybe. Wasn't too hard to get. It is a rare from Zhejian. It creates green and gives 7 life to a random ally. Gain an extra turn. They all gain extra turns. That's why I definitely suggest them as a team you should use. Boar Rider is a rare from Zhejian once again. 11 purple-green. Remove a row and deal damage to the first enemy. Gain an extra turn. So another mana generator / damage dealer with some board control. And then Goblin Rocket is an ultra rare. It's probably the last one I got, other than Flaming Oni, which I'm definitely not going to put on this team in an early beginner video. But a Zhejian, it's 11 yellow red. Explode a gem. Once again, mana generation and damage. 8 light splash damage to a random enemy. Gain an extra turn. So your team might look something like, Goblin Bomber. You might have a yellow mastery weapon, which does true damage. You might have something like Goblin Bomber, Goblin, and then Goblin Shaman or something like that. Your team might look a little different, but as you get better goblins, you just plug them in. All right, so let's show this team Titan class. We got a brown and purple banner because we have 2 brown troops and 2 purple troops. We want to get the most mana we can. Let's see how this team does on this deeper kingdom quest that you will not be probably doing with this team. You'll probably have the Rowan team by this time. All right, so we want to take this extra turn, and then we got brown and green right here. You can either do that or brown and yellow. I think brown and yellow because Goblin Rocket's almost up. So now we can shoot our pistol, which also mana generation and damage. The only thing that doesn't do that is Goblin Shaman, which just does a bunch of green, which is kind of like not the best for this team because only this troop uses green. So I don't know. Maybe I should do something else here. But you got Fun Dingus you could do. I got Flaming Oni right now. Goblin Bomber. If we had more green troops, like let's say you had Goblin and Boar Rider instead, it would do better. But yeah, let's take the Skulls actually. We'll cast this. You start knocking down the first guy. Gain a little bit of mana. We got the Goblin Rocket. This has board control too. Both of these do. So you can like, if you really want to get into the weeds, you could when you cast this, it's gonna explode a gem. So it does a 3x3 square. So you can make it to where something will happen. Like if we do it right here, we'll also get a brown match. So let's just show that. Boom, brown match. Now we can get our pistol up again. There's quite a bit of green on the board. I'm going to go ahead and cast this. It gets up our Boar Rider. And we can cast that. That also has board control, so we could like clear out this row, and then this bomb will fall. This giant red gem will find. We got this though. Got to cast that. Or we got to grab that. Oh, now it's even better. We can get this purple, which we need. Let's go right here. So we take out this. Extra turn. Purple. Still our turn. And we got this blue. Let's go with the pistol again. We'll finish off this guy. Everybody's up almost. Let's go ahead and cast this. Actually, let's make sure. Okay, cast it. Alright, just trying to get some green for that Boar Rider. Now we got this, so we can look for a spot where we can make something happen, or we can just like hit some bombs if you want. You can target wherever you want to go. So maybe we want to hit this purple bomb since we have 2 purple troops. Gave them quite a bit of mana. We got a purple and a green right here. 2 of them up. We already got Boar Rider, so we don't need to cast this yet. We could take out the bomb once again. Or we could find a spot where maybe we get a match, which I don't see anything, so I'm going to take out the bomb. Which I don't understand why our Goblin Rocket got no mana there. Oh, it removes a row, so it's all, so it doesn't really do mana generation, but you can make it like happen, basically. It's board control instead of mana generation. I'm wrong about the mana generation part, but it does damage, it removes a row. It's nice. You can get some things to happen with it. Let's see if we can make something happen this time. So hitting bombs, not a good idea, actually. Or, you know, we've probably got some sort of mana from hitting that bomb. Let's just cast it, and we'll hit this Doom Skull and do 5 extra damage. Okay, extra turns, right? So we just keep on casting, keep on casting. We don't need blue. Brown. Yeah, I guess we just take brown there. Let's just go with brown again. Almost like my other Goblin team better than this one, honestly. I was just trying to show some new stuff that I got. I did take some troops off and put some other ones on. Let's get the yellow. Got the Goblin Rocket. He does explode, which does gives us mana, but I think we can take out this and kill him. Oh, so close. Come on. Come on, baby. Where we at? What do we need? We need like brown, blue, or purple. Let's do green and brown. We're so close. So close to winning here. Come on. We got green and purple. We got the Boar Rider. I don't think he's got anything going on, so we'll just hit like a skull with him. And we win. So yeah, something like that. I don't think none of my teams like had the best performance because we're using them somewhere that's harder than they would actually be used in, and you know, my Goblin team from earlier in the playthrough was probably more synergetic than this one, but just any kind of Goblin team is what I'm trying to get across. Just hit level 250, by the way, huh? Gained a magic, that's nice. And mastery, we're just keeping even now. But yeah, that's the 4 teams I would recommend, something like that. And, of course, like I said earlier, my direct recommendation is using goblins So Goblin Bomber, Goblin, whatever else you get, that's hopefully not the same colors, with a mastery weapon that hopefully does damage. I was using the yellow true damage weapons, but you can do something else if you want. Go from that to the Rowan team. So you're like good with the Goblin team. You're using it over and over and over. You're figuring out your synergy. You're putting in different Goblins, seeing which ones are better. That way you're good with it and you know what to do with it and you win with it instead of switching around a bunch of different teams, But if you want to break it down even further, you could use something like the Rockworms and then move to the Goblins and then move to the Black Manacles with the Wall of Bones, triple Wall of Bones, and then go to like triple Dwarven Gate Wall of Black Manacles, and then maybe Wall of Tentacles with Black Manacles, and then to Rowan. But that's up to you if you want to like break it down further and use a bunch of different teams. But also in having a bunch of different teams, you'll have more versatility for different restrictions and different events. So yeah, it's good and bad using a bunch of different teams. I think you should have them loaded in, but you should stick with one, like the Goblins, until you get Rowan, and then stick with Rowan for most of your daily grinding stuff. Then just have the other ones, building them up, maybe getting souls to level them up, maybe getting trait stones to trade them. Then you have some other teams on standby in case you need them for certain restrictions. But yeah, that's the video basically for the four early teams. Unfortunately, I used them in harder battles where you would be using them in really easy early battles, like some of the first battles in the game, so they would definitely look way better for you than me, but they still won every single time. It is what it is. But let's move on to the rest of the new account playthrough now. So I'm trying to do like a beginner guide video at the beginning of this, and then a little bit of the new account playthrough after, so we can get some stuff done. All right, let's go back and talk about the new account playthrough and where we're at in the game. I'm in Geiger's Children, Beatty Bobbert, level 250 now. I said I was going to stop around this time, but I think I'm going to go a little bit further. I really want to get at least the next team, like the Guardians, which I can almost get right now. I'm going to get Stone Slicer. I'll have Triple Cunning Stone Slicer, so that'll probably be next time. We got some mail, PvP tier reward. Okay, you definitely want to get to tier 1 each week. Been working on that. So what I've been doing every day is adventure board. I also linked my account. Look into doing that. It's a very good tip. If you go right here, you can register your account and then link it with your phone. And then you can play on your phone as well. So you can take tribute. You can play like when the wife is in the store at the grocery store. You're waiting at school for the kids to come out or whatever. Waiting at the stoplight. Just kidding. So make sure you link your accounts. It's a really good tip I haven't said yet. Level 250 now, so we just got a magic stat. Titans on level 60. We have almost 100,000 souls. We have over 1 million gold. We have over 5,000 gems, 17,000 glory. We're in this decent guild. Let's see how we're doing here. We have around 1,000 there. Roster. People are doing, it's a little bit better than my last guild, not crazy, but I'm doing my part. I gave 20,000, which is their recommendation. I have over 1,000, which is higher than their recommendation, and I have at least 25 trophies. Doing better than other people. That's all you got to do. Just don't stick out like a sore thumb. In this, I've done a couple battles here. Where are we at? So I'm not sticking out like a sore thumb. I'm doing better than however many other people, 18 other people. So I did a couple battles there. My team isn't anything special. Could show you one of those. I'll just show you I got Deep Boar, Mountain Crusher, Moira, and Dracksmith. So we're doing skulls, and that's just my skull team for this. And it's fine. I'm just doing easy stuff at the beginning. If I need to, I'll use extra sigils to make the, right here, give myself more stats. Just to do my share. I've gone over that before. We're not going to go over it again. Just showing I'm doing my share with my guild. I'm doing my adventure board every day. I'm doing my dungeon every day. I've been buying the dungeon offer because I have so much gems and nothing to really spend them on. So I've been doing this so I can get maybe some weapons. Not 100% recommended, but I just found that I was able to afford it. What else? PvP. Been working on this. A few battles a day. I'm not really like going super hard. Just throughout the week, I'm going to build this all the way up to tier 1. So I've been doing that. Did a little bit today already. Then I've been working on my kingdoms. So you see I have more kingdoms opened up. There's a star right there. Make sure you click on those. It's for your kingdom power. So, you know, I got more of them open now. And I'm working on Golvania. So maybe we can get some of this done. I'll just show a little bit. Go back to our Rowan team, which is our main team right now. And let's get some of this done. We'll probably live stream this account on Sunday. I just find it fun to live stream this account. Eventually, that's what's going to happen, I think. Like, we're going to end, the pre-records are going to end, and we're going to start just live streaming this account once a week, maybe. Taking skulls because I feel like it. Get that guy out of here. Now our Rowan doesn't have to do as much. Cast this on red. Get our golden cog up. Might as well take some heavy skulls. Might as well get that out of here. Let's do this, and we'll cast Rowan and win. And that's basically how this team works. You'll figure out how much armor you need to build up to get her to one-shot the other team, you know? Whether you have to cast a Clockwork Sphinx and a Golden Cog, or maybe you have to cast Clockwork Sphinx, then Golden Cog, and then Clockwork Sphinx, or maybe 2 Golden Cogs, whatever you got to do to one-shot is what you should do. But let me pause it. I'll come back when I'm almost done with this, and then we'll end the video. Alright, I think I'm on the last battle here, the Crimson Bat, so let's get her done, and maybe get the video done. One thing I want to explain after I'm done with this, that I've been doing a little bit differently, so you guys can join in or not, whatever you want to do. Let's get this battle done, though. Get this quest done, this kingdom quest. Oh, let's actually cast this right now. We'll go in brown. I'm trying to build this up a little higher so we can double something higher than... double a higher number. And, let's get the green. 100's like almost enough, but not quite. So, what should we do? We got nothing. Alright, let's just cast it, see what it does. Ooh, so close. And we win. So that's that quest. Kingdom quest. Golvania done. That opens the class quest, the tier 1 challenge, you know. Got a Vina who's not great. Let's grab our tribute. And so Golvania's done. And the thing I've been doing ever since we got Titan class, which was Stormheim, we were doing the class quest and the tier 1 challenge every time after we got done with the kingdom quest. And I recommend you definitely do that all the way up until you get Titan. And then after that, just to make things a little quicker for myself, I've been only doing the kingdom quest, because I'm just going to keep leveling Titan. So eventually I'll go back and open up all the classes, especially the good ones, and then I will eventually equip classes to get class weapons. Go check out the top 5 class weapon video, and I probably will wrap back around and do the tier 1 challenges too, but just to make it a little quicker to get all these kingdoms opened up, I stopped doing the class quest, which is only 4 battles, and the tier 1 challenges, which is something like, what, 7, 8 battles, and not hard at all. So you continue if you want, but for me in this playthrough that I'm recording, I decided, hey, I'm just going to do the kingdom quest so I can get a little further, a little faster, and show things I want to show. And I'm just going to level up Titan anyway. It's one of the best classes in the game. The only other one that maybe would be Elementalist here, but Titan has a 50% start, Dust Storm, Rock Solid. You know, I'm going to keep going with that for now, especially early game. But yeah, that's the video for today. That's 4 early teams that you could use. If you just don't want to do the Goblin thing into the Rowan thing, you can do something else. You can do Rock Worms, Zenniao, other worms with the weapon. Just turn the board as much of the color that you're using. Like with the Rockworm team, for example, Deep Borer puts brown on the board. The Rockworms both put brown on the board. And then the Mountain Crusher has explodes brown. Titan has a Dust Storm. Like, it puts more brown on the board, too. Your goal is to turn the whole board brown. And that's good for the early Kingdom quests and early Tier 1 challenges and early quests. That'd be the very first team ever that you would use into something like Goblins. Then I showed the Goblin team. I recommend something like a mastery weapon that does damage. I was using yellow true damage weapons. And then you have your Goblin you get for free. You have Goblin Bomber who you get from up here with the adventure keys. And then whatever other Goblin that you get. Try to not use the same colors. Goblin Shaman, Goblin Rocket, Any of those goblins are fine. I was using Ice Goblin for a while, you know, like just because it was my first goblin, one of my first goblins. 3 goblins and a weapon. Then after that, it would be the Black Manacles with 3 either Wall of Bones, Dwarven Gate, or Wall of Tentacles. And that covers purple, green, and blue colors for different restrictions. Black Manacles, easy to get, free weapon, brown, and purple mastery. After that, it's the Rowan team. You're building all those teams are just building to the Rowan team. You get a free epic from Forest of Thorns. That's just one of the best troops in the game. You build up her armor. She kills everybody in one shot. Golden Cog, yellow and red mastery, like 8 of each. Really easy to get. Rowan, Clockwork Sphinx, a very low rarity troop that goes really well with early Rowan teams. Then Leprechaun, fully traded, powered exploder, blows up green. Then you just keep refining your Rowan team, the different iterations, building it up, building it up. And then you go into the top 5 team video, the first 5 team video. This is the prequel video to that video, the first 5 team video. So maybe I'll link that video at the end of this video. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your guild about the channel. Comment below, and I will see y'all next time. Level 250, Beatty Bobbert, new guild, Titan at 60, all this good stuff. Totally free to play. Go back and start from the beginning if you found this video just randomly. It's on a playlist. It's my second time doing a new account playthrough, and I start from 0, level 0, with no, always totally free to play, not a penny spent, with no privilege at all. This is a random stranger guild. Only thing I got is my knowledge, so trying to give it to you. All right, I'll see y'all. You're the best. Peace out.